Hello and welcome to this video blog with Rainmaker Global Market Access. I'm Brock Bergen, the Business Development Advisor. And with me I have today Tony Agbonkhese, who is our global partner representing the African market and heading up our market access channel in that region. Tony, thank you for joining me today. And I'd like to discuss specifically the energy industry in Africa. Would you be able to go over the potential of that industry for us?
Thank you very much, Brock, and good day. As you know, Africa is land to numerous opportunities. It's been discussed that in the continent, there's over 600 million people without access to electricity. This, I believe, is an opportunity for energy companies to provide services, to provide their expertise and technologies to that market. You see a lot of governments encouraging companies to come in to build power generation plants, be it solar, gas to power, or hydrogen plants. You see a lot of initiatives being taken by those governments, be it tax incentives to encourage international firms to participate in the market. Another aspect of Africa, or opportunity for Africa, is, we see a lot of new projects in the energy sector being launched. For example, pipeline projects spanning across West Africa to North Africa, pushing gas to the to Europe. We see a lot of oil licenses being issued to international companies to encourage more exploration of the oil and gas sector. And lastly, we see a lot of collaboration happening between Africa and a number of continents. As you know, currently there's a war in Ukraine between Russia and Ukraine, and because of that, it has put a lot of pressure on Europe to seek other countries to provide them with the gas that they need. And Africa is one of those continents that Europe is banking on. A lot of deals is being done between Europe and Africa for gas supplies and also for crude oil supplies. I feel that also, lastly, that the opportunity to participate in the market of about 1.2+ billion people is actually a plus because of the Africa Free Trade Agreement, where member countries allow you to participate and do, engagement or work in their countries based on the fact and by reducing tariffs and giving you tax incentives from that standpoint. So why Africa? Africa is a land of opportunities.
Yeah, it's a huge market with so much potential, especially right now in the current global situation. Could you tell me a little bit about the difficulty of doing business in Africa for foreign companies and how we specifically can help them?
Sure. One thing I tell a lot of my clients is, you have to understand the culture on the continent. It's not the same in all 54 countries. So we at Rainmaker are able to, provide cultural intelligence reporting on, or profiling, I guess, for all 54 countries. You've got legal and regulatory issues, and that's where we come in to help you understand what kind of regulatory issues you might face as a foreign company coming into the different jurisdictions on the continent. When it comes to repatriating funds after doing your work, or even when it comes to foreign exchange risks, you have to understand those risks involved in the banking sector. And we do a great job at providing and mitigating those risks for our clients. You need a trusted partner when you're on ground. That is a challenge. And we're able to identify, through our network of partners across the continent, identify trustworthy partners that go through our KYC process. We also look at political stability, of a lot of these African countries. We're able to assess those for you and be able to identify which countries you might best be able to do work in. And then lastly, you always need to look at when it comes to supply chain disruption, you know, in a lot of this, in a lot of countries, and Africa is one of them. And you know, you need to be able to mitigate that risks, understand what's on ground locally from an infrastructure and logistics standpoint. And we do a great job to help you mitigate those risks.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's difficult, but definitely not impossible. And with our team, with our boots on the ground that we've got over there, we definitely can help out a lot of companies getting their access into Africa.
Yes.
How can the Rainmaker Market Access channel help businesses grow and succeed internationally in Africa? I know that recently we brought a company into the African market successfully to South Africa for an event. If you'd like to explain a little bit more about that too.
For sure. The market access program that we run in Rainmaker is very, very, I think it's an invaluable program for any international firm looking to expand into the continent. For one, we give them intelligence reporting, be it cultural reporting, risk assessment, mitigation, and to a certain degree, we score that risks so that you understand what you're getting into. And we do a great job doing a pretty detailed country profile for our clients. And then we move into taking the delegates from this program to the continent. And Brock, you mentioned one of our recent clients we took to Cape Town, South Africa for the Africa Energy Week. That's exactly one of the conferences delegates will be attending. This, we believe, is a way to, you know, wet your toes, get to experience the continent, get to meet key decision makers across the continent in one event, and that is the Africa Energy Week held annually in Cape Town, South Africa. This gives attendees or delegates the opportunity to understand what the market or what the continent is driving towards, the vision in regards to energy transition, in regards to the projects and opportunities available on the continent. And then we move after that program to do an in-market business development trip. And that could be either to Nigeria, Ghana, and even Namibia. You know, it's an opportunity again to meet with key delegates in those countries, key decision makers, regulatory bodies, and also key government officials in that specific sector to be able to understand and know how willing they are to do business with your company. The great thing about this program is at the end of the day, we do almost like a postmortem report where we analyze what we've done all year. We know we try to we do monthly virtual forums and updates on the market, give intelligent reporting, take you to multiple conferences. I believe this year we will be looking at 4 conferences, and then an in-market business development trip for our delegates. You know, at the end of the day, you have a postmortem report, basically analyzing what has been done, the benefits, the plus, what we can do better, and how you've been able to mitigate some of your risks before going into the continent.
Yeah, we definitely can help ease a lot of pain of entering into Africa. And I can say that South Africa, Cape Town especially, is a nice place to dip your toes into the water.
Right? For sure, Brock. And just to add to that, you know, the company we took down in the drilling space, they manufacture drilling tools actually, and you know, it was important for that company to come down and experience the market because they were able to meet with potential distributors for their products. They were able to start negotiating distribution agreements. They were able to meet with key decision makers in some of the countries they want to participate in, understand, especially in the political figures, understand what's going on in that market, and be able to make an informed decision: do I want to go in or not go in? You know, so and as you know, Brock, it was a huge success for that company, and currently they're expanding into. They've decided to expand into the continent.
Yeah, that was excellent. Tony, this has been really great, really insightful. Thank you very much for joining me today and helping explain a bit more about our MAC process in Africa.
Thank you so much, Brock. Sincerely appreciate it.